Um, okay. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. But if you can, that is good. Welcome to another live stream show. Good to see you, man. This is Life After 40. I am MJ. And yeah, man, the next hour we're going to dive in to some personal stuff. And hopefully you can relate to some of it, or you can find some comfort that you're not the only one going through this, or just find it entertainment in regards to the failure of my probation and my extension and what that means, and the whole work-life balance and work exhaustion, the great exhaustion as they're calling it. So yeah, having some people in already. Pharaoh for Phoenix, sorry, welcome, man. What are you saying? What's good? Um, make sure they pay you. Oh. We're gonna get into it. We'll definitely do that. And yes, I did hear about this. I didn't see about the John Cena AJ Styles match. It heard it's a real classic. I saw clips of it when he paid tribute to the Firefly. I can't remember the name, but anyway, um, yeah, it was a good one apparently. And he's gonna be sorely missed, man. John Cena. That reminds me of my heyday, man. The C Nation. You can't see me. WWE. That was good times, man. Ruthless aggression era. Um, Thank you, Grey Ray. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me and see me. Just say hello to a few people. John Paul Harrington. What's happening, man? Um, Will, what's good? What's good? Good that you can hear me. Yo, finance. Hello, man. What's going on? Nice title, man. Your finance. You got your finance in order, yeah? Hopefully you have. Um, Yeah, man. I haven't. Yeah. Oh, before we go on, I made a rookie error. So this is supposed to be a phone-in show. Over the holiday, I forgot to charge the phone, and literally 5 minutes ago, I was scrambling because I realized where's the phone? The battery's dead. You know, you're charging it. It's an iPhone, so when you're charging it, the thing just lights up and even turning on. So this isn't going to be a call-in show. I am sorry. This is bad because it's like false advertisement. We'll definitely do a live stream show next weekend, live stream show, a call-in show next weekend. But no call-ins today, unfortunately. But if you want to call in next time, you can. So apologies for that. Um, you know what, Will? This is I want to get into this because I was surprised. A lot of people are saying sorry to hear that, or um, yeah, definitely when the window closes, another door opens. But a lot of people are, oh, so sorry. I'm like, yeah, that's good, but there's a lot of sympathy there. And I'm like, nah, don't even need the sympathy, man. Listen, I mean, thanks for the wishes and everything, but yo, I'm gonna. Well, when I heard that news, boy, you know, the first thing I did when I left, boy, I was like, well, they sent you back to work, so that it's in the morning. I'll get into it properly, but yeah, no sympathy is needed. We get into it, man. Trust me, get into the crux of it. But don't worry about that. I've got more energy from that, more anger and energy, and yeah, I'm ready to go. Crystal, hey MJ, hope you're doing okay. Workplace is definitely a place where you have to fake it till you make it. Yeah, what else can you do? What, be your natural self? You won't last a minute, especially in the corporate world. If you're your natural self, you won't last a second. They'll get you out of there. Because if you say things that you really want to say, it rub people up the wrong way. And they want you to be a good little employee that follows orders. So yeah. Sorry you didn't get through your work probation, but not a shock, especially as you said they dragged it out and probably saw your videos about the cynicism of work life. Maybe they, you know what? We've got a meeting. All right, give me 2 minutes. We're gonna no, give me a couple minutes. We get into it. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna take you for the whole journey of it, the whole journey of it, and what the situation is right now. Some of the stuff will probably shock you. So we're gonna be here for the next hour, man. Get your popcorn, get comfy, um, get your snacks. It's gonna be an interesting one. But firstly, obviously, I was away in Turkey. So yeah, that was word of advice. Yeah, so we went with me, my partner, and my kid, 2-year-old kid. When you go on holiday, word of advice: if you go on holiday with a 2-year-old kid, make sure you bring backup. Make sure you bring either your parents or friends to help you. Because boy, I needed a holiday to recover from the holiday. That's how bad it was. We were running around this kid. This kid was crazy. She just like proper went into a terrible twos, And she'd be there, she'd stand there, and then she'd just dart into the pool, and you try to chase after her, and it was a mad one. So she enjoyed it. We were knackered after it. And as for the flights to the over there and back, boy, that was crazy. She was wilding out. So yeah, definitely bring back up. And I ended up getting a cold as well, but I'm feeling much better now. So yeah, but it was nice. It was nice going with the family still. You know what I'm saying? But just needed a bit of backup there. Um, we're gonna go into a few more comments, and then we're gonna get into the whole story. It's a crazy one, man. Um, glad to hear, my guy. Jobs come and go. Focus on moving forwards. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Listen. We'll get into it, but yeah, I'm focused. But I'm so lucky to not be in a corporate life in London because of a crap like this, where I can get fired for no reason. Mate, you could be having drinks with the manager on a Monday, and then you're meeting with HR and the manager about your dismissal on the Friday lunchtime. That's how deep it is. That's how ruthless it is. That's how cutthroat this industry is, especially when you're working in the marketing team. I'm gonna say some stuff. The way they did this, some of this stuff ain't legal. I won't name names and stuff, but some of the stuff ain't legal. So it's gonna get fruity, innit? It's gonna get fruity. Anyway, um, why you tell them about your YouTube people? Keep it secret. Yeah, no. I didn't tell them, but you can't stop anyone from seeing it. I don't tell no one nothing. Listen, they probably think I don't do nothing. When they ask me what you doing for a weekend, I'll just quiet one with the family. I don't tell them nothing. I don't tell them nothing. Before I go on, we have a speed dating event, a game themed speed dating event on the 29th of this month, October. So I think it's not a day before Halloween. It's not Halloween themed, but it's just the day before Halloween. But it's going to be game themed. So we need females. Females, we need you. The guys, they're good. They've got tickets. We have to stop selling tickets to guys actually because we need to make the numbers balance. But we need more women. So if you know of anyone, you don't have to be neurodiverse. You can just go there, play some games with someone. Don't worry about that. It's going to be, I can't even think of the address, but it's in the Barnet area. What I'll do is in this video at the end, or maybe my videos to come, I'll leave a link where you can buy tickets. But if you go to the Shine website, which is on the channel, you'll see a link there. So yeah, man, girls, if you want to come down, play some games, have a laugh, I've got a free drink as well for everyone that comes. One free drink in the Barnet area. Couple of hours, it'd be a laugh. If you know anyone, any girls that are interested in that, and I'll be there as well. So you'll see me personally, you'll see my colleagues as well. So you can come have a chat, anything like that. It'd be good. See me in the flesh, personally. I'm not saying in the flesh like man's Michael Jackson or something. The MJ don't stand for that. But you see me and get to, shoot the breeze and whatnot. So check it out. Yeah, visit the Shine website, which I think the link's in this description. And it's going to be in the upcoming videos next week. Let me go for a few more comments and let's get into this. John Paul Harrington, it's probably a blessing in disguise, onwards and upwards. Sandeep Shah, hey, would be good if with today's topic you could talk about the whole journey from leaving St. Greg's to present, please. Okay, what, from leaving my school? Yeah. Okay, you know what, Sandeep, stay in the car. All right, I'm gonna go through the main topic, yeah, but shoot that send that message again or send something just to remind me to do that. So after I've talked about this, yeah, I'll tell you how I went there. I'll give you a little speed run through my secondary day schools to where I am now. Yeah, I don't mind, but just wait for me to just tune into the next hour. Said before, you never go abroad with a toddler too much on planes and all that. I totally agree. I did not know that. Yes, it is a nightmare. Yes, you're right. Did they fire you? We're gonna get into it, man. Steady. 2 more minutes. We're gonna get into it. Hey MJ, it's not your fault for not passing your probation. What these people do is advertise a job as perm, then it's really a contract role. Boy, yeah, this sounds like someone that knows what's going on, man. Caps Vara, you sound like you know this. Then they do 3 month probation and then extend it, and then get rid of you, get someone else in. Yes. I like how you've done this in segments here. This is so they don't have to pay recruitment fees rather than getting a contractor in. They do false advertising. Wow. Well, do you work behind the scenes here? Like, that's very descriptive, but yeah, it kind of sounds about right. It's gonna get fruity. Not sure if I subscribed up for that, bro. Not crazy fruity. It's gonna be interesting. Let's just say that it's gonna be very interesting. All right, two more. Well, one more minute. We'll start because it's 10 minutes now. Corporate life is dead since COVID. Therefore, something brewing. Economy going to collapse soon, like we never seen in our lifetime. Hence, digital ID, new HMRC requirements, and end of cash. Yeah. And P says, Wagwan fam. Okay. All right then. We'll go through the comments after. And yeah, man, definitely. All right, two more comments and then we'll wrap it up. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Just give me a shout and I'll go through it. Cap says, same here. That happened to me one week. My manager is all friendly, chummy. Then week after they sack you, making up all the BS that is not true. Has happened to me a few times. And the last comment I read is the workplace is scared to take responsibility and be seen as someone who gets stuff done. But there are ways you can get the agenda yourself a bit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So let me go into it. I'll go into what happened. Um, how it went down, the way it went down, and what the situation is now. So, and then we'll get into your comments again. All right, so obviously I went to Turkey. I went on holiday. So this was last week. So last week in Turkey with the family by the pool, just chilling. Actually, let me have a little drink. Just chilling. Now, bear in mind, everything at work is good. Um, I mean, it's ups and downs like in every industry. I'm in the marketing um, team as well, so you always got to push out content and stuff, and there's some things I need to go back and forth. But as far as I know, and this is important, as far as I know, everything is gravy. Everything's good. No one said nothing to me. My designs are pretty much flawless. No real issues there. Um, it's all good. Anyway, so chilling there, I get a WhatsApp message, and it's a voice note from someone that works in a HR team. Sorry, not HR team, people's team. They don't call it a HR team anymore. They call it the people's team. If they're watching this, they're gonna love this. Anyway, the people's team. Hey, no disrespect. I'm just telling you how it is. Anyway, so they give me a voice note saying yada yada yada. Basically, they've had to announce that my manager, senior marketing manager, who they all loved and everything was good, they fired her. They sacked her. They got rid of her. She said, yeah, she weren't performing and they had to get rid of her. I'm like, whoa. I just thought I'd let you know. Now, my partner, in the meantime, saying, why the hell they need to tell you that on your holiday? Because now I'm stressed. I'm thinking, well, what does that mean for the rest of us? So I'm like panicking, thinking, shit. So where do I sit here? Where does the team sit here? What do you mean a lack of performance? Does that mean the whole marketing team performance or what? So I'm like not enjoying my holiday. I'm thinking about this stuff, which is wrong. They should never have told me this. It wasn't. It was something that could have waited. And they say, yeah. Bearing in mind, I go back to work on a Wednesday. She's saying, oh yeah, on a Monday we'll catch up and stuff. I'm like, this is all of my holiday time. What are you on about? Anyway, now, not long after, so I think it's a couple hours after I'm talking about, like doing my head in and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to relax. I'm relaxing now, thinking, okay, cool. I get a message from the guy who's a colleague who got me, is in the marketing team, who actually got me the job. He actually said a good word for me and he got me the job. I actually worked with him before in the last company as well, funny enough. Anyway, got a message from him saying, yeah, it's going to sound a bit of a surprise, but I had to resign. I'm like, what? We'll catch up when you're free, bud. I'm like, what? So, all right. So in my team is me, my manager, him, and two other people. So me, my manager, him, two other people. So five people anyway. So the main manager leaves, and my colleague leaves, and I'm like, what? He resigned. Why did he resign? Anyway, so I'm like shocked by this. I'm a bit worried. I'm like, okay, what am I going back to? It's like a mess. Anyway, so yada yada yada. I didn't actually get back to them on Monday because we wanted to have a chat. I aired that shit. If you're watching, you're watching. Boy, it is what it is. But I aired that. I'm like, it's my holiday. We don't need to chat on my holiday. I'm sorry. Like when I'm off, I'm off. I'm not one of these people that work on a holiday or that. No, no, no. I'm off. I'm away with the family. Yeah. So I'll come back now thinking, okay, Monday's going to be long. I wonder what they're going to do, who they're going to hire, all that kind of stuff, right? So I come in and then, yeah, no, I come in on Wednesday. Um, no, I come in, yeah, so I go into the office, right? So I'm working there. It's all a bit weird. Everyone's looking at me like, everyone's like, "Hi, hi." Everyone's nicer than usual, which is weird. Like, and then I go to my table where the team is decimated, like so many empty seats and everything, right? And I get the person from the people's team come and says, "Can we have a chat, please?" You're right. No, hi, how's your holiday? Oh, you're good. Oh, okay. Can we have a chat, please? Like, it's just whatever, man. Stop the niceties, and let's get to business. And when she said that, this is like in the actual office, and so everyone's looking. When she said, "Can we have a chat, please?" You see, I felt heads just like doing that in it, and it gets quiet. Everyone's looking at me like I'm like, this is they always want to make it obvious and try to embarrass you, whatever. Anyway. So we go into the room and discuss some site. Yeah, it's all a bit of a shock. Yada yada yada. Oh, they do the niceties. How was your holiday? I'm like, listen, cut the crap, man. Like, let's skip all the two-step. What's happening? Like, what's going on? I don't want to do all that. Oh, yeah, it was good. The food. Oh, how was the food? Oh, yeah, how was the little one? How's she doing? All that BS. You don't care. I don't care. Let's just get to business. So anyway, right. So goes, okay, so let's discuss. So then they're like, she goes into the, oh yeah, we had to get rid of my manager. Yeah, basically we had to make an announcement. So every week we have once a week when the team's in, all the departments are in. So that's 60 of us. They have this meeting where they talk about what's happening. And apparently in the actual meeting, everyone's there. They said, oh, by the way, if you don't know, yeah, we had to let your manager, the market manager, go because she was crap, basically. Apparently it was so awkward. There was a silence. We went back to the desk afterwards. People couldn't believe they just exposed her like that. Right now she's on gardening leave, isn't it? So anyway, but so anyway, they're talking and all that. I'm like, wow, okay. And it's like, yeah, basically she's been under review this whole time. Like they've been horrified about her performance and the performance of the marketing team. All of this I'm unaware of. So I'm like, what? Like, I said, yeah. And basically, when we had our catch ups and stuff, there was someone coming in to help us, not supervise, but to help us to just oversee the meetings. I didn't know. Basically, he was there for her. He was there to review her because apparently they were not happy with what she was doing. So he was reviewing her. And apparently he came back and confirmed a lot of their fears and all that kind of stuff. And I thought the funny thing, she was great, man. Like, I didn't really talk much about her to people because, when you're good, I'm like, yeah, usually if I talk about a manager, it means I don't really like him. A manager's a manager. But she was all right. That's why I didn't really. My ex managers, yeah, they were assholes, but she was good, man. She was actually a human being. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, typical, innit? The good ones, yeah, they. And she worked hard and she knew about the business. So I'm like, how did she fail? But anyway, so yeah, and then my colleague apparently he didn't resign, but well, basically they said he was failing as well, and he was on a performance review, and he failed it. And they were like, listen, we can get you out of here or you can resign. Which one is it? But you're leaving today. So basically, he resigned. Like they forced him to resign. So then we actually met up afterwards. He's coming in and saying, yeah, I just want to resign, man. I didn't really fancy it anymore. I want to pursue other stuff in it. I'm like, all right, man. The memes are like, okay, I kind of know the truth in it. Worst thing is yeah, if you know anyone that needs any work, can you let me know? I'm like, so you resigned, but you're begging for work. All right, cool. That sounds normal. Usually resign with because he was talking about he wants to go into freelance. Usually you have a gig in it, but I felt sorry for him. He's a nice guy. Anyway, he's a real nice guy actually. I like him. Anyway, so where was I? So I'm like, all right, cool. What's this got to do with me? Like, what's happening? Because I started in. You guys know the journey. I started in what, May the 19th on a 3-month probation. We're in October, darling. Like, what's going on? So anyway, so I'm like, yeah, basically, because she, hired him, and like they don't trust her. They didn't trust the manager. Apparently, they didn't trust any of her decision making. So anything she many decisions she made, she wouldn't be trusted. So they wouldn't trust her making me permanent. So I'm like, but hold on, but she said it was all gonna get sorted out. Like, it was just all waiting for processes and stuff. And then the lady's like, is that what she told you? I'm like, yeah. It's like, yeah, she has a hard time saying difficult things. I'm like, so what does that mean? It's like, yeah, we just because the market hasn't done well in its entirety, we can't accept pushing your probation forward. So I'm like, so you extended my. So what does this mean? Am I done? Am I cooked? Am I? He's like, what's going to happen is you're going to get this new interim guy, and he's going to judge you, and basically you'll prove to him that you're good enough. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, don't worry. All you got to do is prove that you're a great designer, and you should be good. I'm like, so, and I'm like taken aback by this, and I'm just taking in information. I've got another meeting on Thursday. Boy, am I gonna? If you guys have any questions, actually, you want me to ask in that you think I should ask, let me know because I want proper things to be asked. One thing I want everything down in writing. But I was like to her, so hold on. So this guy's gonna come in, only gonna stay for like a couple months interim. Never met me before. Doesn't know the company. Yet he's gonna judge me whether I'm good enough to work in this company or not. Does that make sense? It's like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, so you extended my probationary period. It's like, no, we're not extending it. We're just leaving it to him. I'm like, and I'm like, why? But why can't you judge me? I'm like, on stuff because basically, oh, I forgot to tell you, one of my other people that worked there that was hired by the manager specifically, um, she passed the probation. She started earlier than me. She passed it, so they're happy with her. Anyway, and that's on my team. The other guy, he's been there for 5 years, so it doesn't apply to him. But anyway, so I'm like, so what? Like this? So what? I can basically like I've got to prove it to him. But you know my stuff. I've had my designs in Times Square in America. Times Square had my animation and my digital billboard advertised in Times Square. I've had all of the exhibitions. I've provided all the artwork and the printable artwork for the exhibitions. All of the digital assets for the social media campaigns I've done. I've done quarter page spread, half page spread for the magazines and adverts. I've done posts and stuff. I've helped people with their not PowerPoint slides, design decks and all this kind of stuff, presentation decks, whatever they call it. I've helped team members out with that. Literally, people have come to me. Even that person from the people's team have come to me asking me to put some slides together, some decks together for this and that and this and that. I've done that. I've never said no. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I can do it, and I do it. I'll even mention they do this thing where they give like shout out to someone in the who's doing well, going above and beyond. I had a shout out, say, yeah, I've done great work. But you're telling me you don't know anything about what I do, so he needs to judge me. Are you on judge or something? Are you with the fairies or something? Or is it you just want me out because you want anything associated to my manager gone, which includes me? So in all of this, they have not done a review. They've not done a, if they feel that because I thought everything was going great, but if you think that my designs were crap or whatever, you've not had a meeting with me to let me know this. You've not had any discussions. You've not warned me on anything. You're not in any meetings to say, yeah, we're not happy. You've got so and so time to up your skills or you're out. Nothing like that. I've not. As far as I'm concerned, that day was the first day I found out things were awry. I was kept in the dark. And I'm producing for these people who are failing. But that's not down to me. That's your problem. That's you hire these people. I'm doing my job. And I'm doing what they wanted. I didn't know that they were under scrutiny like that. So that's where it is. My position is in limbo. This guy apparently, and this is weird. He was supposed to start last week, but he didn't because he had a cold. This is an interim guy that's only there for 3 months, but yeah, he's not in. He's got a cold. He could work from home. What's going on? It's all a bit fishy, man. What are you talking about? And everyone's a bit shady. Yeah, yeah, he's going to start soon. Yeah. Um, but like, can I have I said to them, can I have a meeting with him? Yeah, he's got a code at the moment. So I'm like, what? So I don't know what that's all about. but they haven't done proper procedures. There's things I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna say everything I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave that. You'll find out, just in case whoever's watching. I'm not gonna say exactly, but questions will be asked. That's one thing. But it's not right. I'm not being treated right. I've done everything, accordingly. I've produced. So if you want me out, boy, all right, cool. But let's just make sure things are aligned and I get my payment. But I'm not sad or anything like this, man. See, I'm seeing this as this is why faith is important, man. Faith in God, faith in the Most High, faith in a greater being, a greater God, a greater spirit. Because I know things are happening for whatever reason. Maybe this needed to happen because when it did happen, it kind of shot an electric bolt in me because I was a bit hazy with stuff. I was doing things and business and stuff, but it weren't on. I was losing track of certain things. I wasn't as focused as I was. This put me right on it. This put me right on it. Like I've been trying to do this theme for the YouTube channel. I've been trying to do this community section. This I can't think of the Patreon. I'm trying to do this, but I want people because I realize it. Even things like this make me realize, man, we need like-minded people around us. You know what really affected me, and it's weird. This shouldn't really affect me out of everything, but the fact that they called it my manager out like that publicly and disgraced her like that. Yeah, not too long ago, we was on a retreat, off site, and you were having drinks with her. The same person that did that was having drinks with her and having a dance and all that kind of stuff. And you always have a joke in the office, and you always, ones you think, what are they talking about? You want to know. And then you just, yeah, yeah. You didn't have to say she was crazy. You didn't have to tell me that. Yeah, she was pretty rubbish at her job. It's a shame. Like, what? I shouldn't know these things. The way they did this, man, it's wrong. It's wrong. And I know there's certain things I probably shouldn't say for my own sake, but there's certain things, man, I can't hide because of who I am. This is who I am. That's why I love this because I get to go on here and people that probably live with me or know me and stuff like that probably don't know me as much as what I give on this YouTube channel because this is like my fullest of who I really am, you know. And I don't like this kind of stuff. I think it's cruel. I don't think it, and it's always these kind of people. I've noticed that they get high up in the corporate world. How can you treat another human being like that? How can you treat your fellow man, your fellow woman like that? Have some respect for them, man. You were just having a. How can you just compartmentalize having a drink with them and talking about them and getting connected, and then telling well, the next week later, sacking them off and saying yeah they're rubbish, and then moving on like you didn't, like nothing happened. And some of the people are going like nothing happened, but something did happen. Someone left. So what happens to her? The family members. What happens to all of that? What happens to the colleague that got me in the job? He didn't have to, but he helped me get in the job. Now he's struggling again. And I talked to him. He had the same thing happen. Well, not a similar thing, but he was made redundant before, and he was going through mental health crisis. He felt weak. He felt a lack of confidence. I had that before. I ain't having that now. Yo, if I could swear on this YouTube, I'll be going in. Literally, after that meeting, after that day, literally it was 2 packs straight home. Come with me, Mary, one quick seat. It was all that. Nah, 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 nah. I was on them vibes. I was on them vibes. That's why, get my din 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 to get my. I was on a mad vibe. It wasn't no Bob Marley time. It was straight 2 pack. Yo, I was angry. I was like, yo, all that energy I gave you. And let's get this straight from the get go. This is just a job that I want money to fund what I'm doing. I don't even care who sees this. Just know that nothing's gonna stop me doing what I need to do. Now, maybe it don't work out, or maybe it does work out. Maybe you see me and it's all worked out, and I'm doing something I love, and that's my main income, and I'm created a community and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe you see me in Oxford Circus and I'm bloody homeless. And like, I swear I know that. We're that YouTuber, and then I put it all on put it all on red and it didn't work out, and it hence me being here. Like, I don't know, but I can't take half steps, man. So maybe this is the kick I needed. Whatever happens, maybe it needs to happen for me to. Sometimes you gotta have your back in the wall. And listen, it's like being in the woods lost. If you're in the woods lost, what do? You don't stay there, because if you stay there, you just stay there and die. You gotta move. Even if you don't know the direction, you move. And if you're going in the wrong direction, you realize that's the wrong direction. All right, cool. Let me double back. But I know not to go that way. Let me go this way. You got to move. You got to take action. That's what I'm going to do. So we'll see what happens on Thursday. I got a meeting on Thursday. I'm going to have some questions directed at them. Obviously, I'm going to let you know what happened with that. And yeah, whatever happens, man. So I appreciate with the post and people saying, so sorry. And I appreciate that, but you ain't got to worry. Bro, I just got anger and energy inside me. And I'm using that for good. I'm going to use that to push what I want to push and really, really go in. Because this corporate life, these jobs, man, it just suck. They're ruthless. I talked to my friend about it today. The corporate life is just ruthless. They don't give a damn about you. That's why the money is better than other jobs. Because they can just slice and dice you anytime they want. And probably like that guy said in the comment section earlier, in a chat, maybe it's like a thing where they had it planned. Yeah, let's extend it because you only wanted him to do a certain thing because it's busy at that time. Now it's Christmas, it gets a bit quieter. Yeah, on your bike. Maybe that's what they want to do. They save money. Well, if it is, isn't it? But I foresee that I will have the last laugh. I don't know when, but I will. And that's not even about having a last laugh, really. It's just about doing my thing and doing what I love. That's all I care about. Doing what I love. Earning from doing what makes me happy. Because these people, they can't. That's why, it's not always about the money and flexing. People flexing with I always say you flex with a Rolex watch, but it's no flex when you look at that watch to find out what time your lunch break is. That ain't no flex. Flex is knowing that you have your own time to yourself. Yeah, you work harder initially, but you manage yourself and your finances. You call the shots. And that's what I want. So that's what it is, guys. Yeah, that's what it is. That's where we are. So we're gonna have to wait until Thursday to see what happens. Let me go back into the chat and see where I left off. Oh wow, it's a lot of comments here. Bloody hell, we've got 94 people watching, man. That's great, man. Please leave a like on this video as well, because I'm always open with you guys, man. Probably to the own detriment of myself, but I'm always open with you. So please appreciate that by giving me the HBO special as per usual and leave a like, yeah? Let's go through the comments. Hold on. Where are we? I've got to see him. Hold on. Wishing you well. Sue, what's up? Do they deliver the news like this with conviction or contrition? Okay, I don't know. Gabriel A. Ironic used to be personal, then HR, now back to people's team. Yeah, people's team. That's a load of rubbish. And you know what? I don't know if you saw that post in it, because that same person put a post up and it really got my back up about mental health. I'm like, you mother. The next day, it was mental health week, mental health day. And she posted, for all those who are struggling for mental health, make sure you talk to someone and confide in someone, and put all the little the tree emojis and the Buddha emoji and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, why don't you tell that same thing to the manager that you sacked? Why don't you tell that same thing to my colleague you had to force to resign? Tell that to me about this mental health thing. Don't give me that. Because mental health takes a back seat when metrics are needed. When you need to get things across. Oh, we need it ASAP. We need it end of the day. We needed it yesterday. Your mental health goes out the window. So don't give me none of that. Oh yeah, mental. I don't even want to. I hear that shit. Don't give me none of that. We're a family. We're in it together. Don't give me none of that crap. You liar. You liar. If you're watching, yeah, you're a liar. Because all of that is fraudulent, man. And he told these people this. And you got to be silly to believe this now. Because I think we all know that, yeah, you talk about mental health. But why are people so scared of their jobs at this moment in time? Why are people so fearful? Why do you feel the energy in the place that everyone's walking on eggshells? Why can't you never really say what you really want to say? Because everyone knows their job can go to someone else or AI even in a blink of a flash. Like I said, you're like employee of the month on Monday, you're having a HR meeting on Friday. It can be just like that, you know? Yeah, Ivory, it's very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Mate, why do they need to bother you with this? Ivory, why do they need to bother you with this? They already knew what they were gonna do. You know how many people have said that? That is the one thing I keep saying. Why did they need to tell you this? Why did they need to tell you this? That's the thing. They didn't need to tell me none of this. I didn't need to know. The way they move, man, and the way they oust people as well in public. Like they're having a meeting, it's like, yeah, she went. We had to let her go. We found out her performance wasn't up to scratch. Like, that's what she said in the meeting. That's what people are telling me. I'm like, what the? What in public? Well, yeah, you're gonna dirty up her name. You were dancing with her a couple months ago on the island, and now you're dirtying up her name like that. And when you laugh with her, and she's a nice woman as well. You never really listen. Managers in these corporate things, I don't really like anyway. I'm just who I am. But one thing I told people was like, it's funny. You never really heard me moan about this manager or say anything about the manager. Like, yeah, fine enough. You didn't say anything. That's a good thing. That means she was good compared to the crap I've had to deal with. And I've been in this industry for over a decade. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, should be contacting you on the holiday with your family. No, they didn't. They don't give a damn. That's what I'm saying. They don't know what they're doing, man. Can this economy sustain these corporate jobs? I don't know, but I think the economy's in crap creek, mate. I think that's why you're getting a lot of this stuff. I think the economy is going to crumble. I think and they're not saying it. I think the economy is on its last legs, and I think a lot of these things are going to crumble. That's why you're going to see a lot of AI. That's why they're giving up a lot of these jobs now. They're moving it from call centers from Scotland to blimmin' South Africa and all these places, like the cheaper resources. That's what they're trying to do. But the economy is crashing here. Um, a kiss before a slap. Yeah, that's literally it. That's literally how they do it. Ah, like everyone go. Like, the people seem to go like that's normal, and that's how. That shouldn't. Why are we normalizing things like this, man? You're gonna see a couple of videos this week as well. So I saw discuss it. I won't go into it. You'll see it, but just when we normalize behaviors, like that's just what it is. It shouldn't be, man. We've really lost something in ourselves that we're able to treat people, our fellow man like this, our fellow woman like this, our fellow human being like this, like a piece of garbage. And it's just, it is what it is. Why is it like that? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is why we need to you have a friend group, you have friends that you trust, or your little groups and stuff. Stick in those, man. You're lucky people. You need to form our own tribes. It's literally coming to that. We need to literally form our own tribes, man. Literally get to a point where we're hiring our own people. I don't mean like race or anything, just people that are on the same wavelength. Because the other people, I don't think they have any self dialogue. I don't think they have any equity in their humanity anymore. That's why they're NPCs. Someone else is driving the wheel. They're not driving anymore. It's just hollow. Um, This sounds like an ambush. They just wanted to save money or something. It does sound like an ambush, doesn't it, Ivory? It does sound like an ambush. They literally gutted our whole team. And it's funny. I noticed it because I do animation stuff, and they got another guy there. All of a sudden, I'm seeing things on posts with animated without going through me. I'm like, yeah, one, it looks like garbage, not being funny, but compared to what I can do, meh. Two, interesting how it's not going from me now. It's come from me before, but now I'm seeing stuff. I'm like, oh, when was that created? Oh, yeah, we just did that. Yeah, interesting. You planning for life without me, obviously. I know the gal. I know how these things work, innit? So it's cool, man. It's cool, innit? It's cool. Yeah, fake people. Probably. Probably progressive. Yeah, probably does that. There probably is a profit margin thing. Um, yeah, they do get rid of you on performance, which is BS. I don't even know my performance. Like, I don't even know. Like, as far as I'm concerned, my performance was good. So I was like, well, hold on. I shouldn't I be having a speak about this to do something about it if you're not happy with what I'm doing? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not right how they did this. How they did this. So not right. Yeah, yeah. So messy and yeah, toxic. Um, yeah, that happened to me. Rather than pay redundancy, they put me on performance review and get rid of you that way. It's scumbag behavior, isn't it? It's scumbag bad behavior. Orem Storm, don't get too disappointed. You are a fine young man. I don't know about maybe fine. I don't know about the young bit, man. I'm 41, man, so I don't know about that. But fine, I'll take that. Thank you very much. um, Taboo Metwa, yeah, start the job search. Yeah. Listen, resources gathered, job search will be initiated next week, Monday. Agents will be called. I know the game. I know what it is. I've been here. I've done this two-step before. Not like this, but you know, this ain't my first rodeo. I know how it goes, innit? I'll get my coat then, shall I? Do you know what I mean? I know how this goes. You know what I'm saying? Um, almost sounds like Pip, but not Pip. Yeah. Someone let me know what Pip. What does Pip stand for? Sorry, I know Pip, but what does actually performance weight for? What's what does PIP stand for? What? No, that's not right. PIP package manager. No, in corporate. What does PIP stand for at work? I know some of you put performance improvement plan. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Um. Gabriel. What's the measure? What do you mean? What's the measure? Just elaborate on that. These companies can be so shady and passive aggressive. Yeah. They are. They are shady, man. That's the way they did this was so it's foul, man. It's just foul. You didn't have to do it like this. You know what? I'd rather, if you weren't happy with what I was doing, right, I'd rather you just come up and say, yeah. So we know that you're really putting an effort in. This is how I would have done it. We really see you're doing your best, you're putting an effort in, and we see potential, but some of the stuff isn't of the standards that we want to reach. So we just let please, if you can, if you need any help or assistance or training. By the way, no training was given or no assistance in general. Anyway, I'm just saying. If you need any help or assistance, let me know. We'll have another catch up to see your progression this day. That's how I would have dropped it, something like that. Man got nothing. As far as I know, things were great. Do you know what I mean? Man, I wasn't spoken to about it at all. That's the worst thing about it. And now you're telling me that it was a disaster. What? Um, yeah, that sounds like a pip. They use that to set up a dismissal a lot of times. Yeah, just float. I guess in a way it's good you weren't fired, but just start looking. Yeah. Because I know the writing's on the wall. They probably want me out of here, and yeah, they got all the power because I haven't passed my probation, so they got the power. So, and this is what I feel. Yeah, God has other plans for me. I believe that. That's why I'm not too worried. God does have plans for me. You know. Um, Yet they don't care. They don't care what you have done. They care about what you have not done. Oh gosh, yeah. That is so true with these companies, man. All the stuff, all the good stuff you've done in it, just great. Sometimes you don't even get a grade. Just that's all right. Next one. If you do something wrong or make a mistake, boy, oh, they love that. They get on that like right on rice. They get on that. Any mistakes? That's with all these companies. Any little, and we all make mistakes, man. That's why pencils have rubbers at the end of them. We all make mistakes, but they don't let up with a mistake. When you make a mistake, they hammer you that. They hammer that on you, and they just If you do a good thing, look at the stuff. Like even the stuff that was in Times Square. I mean, I heard about it from like someone said, yeah, good stuff. But other than that, I didn't hear anything about that really. It just came and went. Right, next project. What? That's how they operate, man. Ivory. This is why I had to leave agency side. In-house is crazy too, but agency side is so silky, so sickly. Sorry, just full of lots of fake people. Yep. PK Meow. My performance improved, and I still got threatened with PIP, but thankfully, voluntarily redundancy came up. Oh man. Oh, redundancy. How many years were you there? Were you there? You get a nice little. Oh man. If you're there over 2 years, you get a nice little pay, keep you ticking for a few months while you look for another job. Um, Gabriel, I know you love football. To use an analogy, it's like you being a player on loan. The manager gets sacked and the new manager brought in and has a sanction whether to sign on a permanent or not. You know what? That I didn't even think about that. That is exactly what it's like. Yeah, your manager's gone, and then and you come back to this new manager. He's like, he don't fancy you anyway. Probably he don't know nothing about you or anything. I'm like, so now I've got to jump through hoops for you. So how long is this going to take? That's the thing. They even give me a time. So like, is it going to be? Is it going to look at my stuff a week? Is it going to take him 2 weeks, a month, 2 months? Like, you know, how long is this going to take? Oh yeah, just you speak to him like what? So I don't know how long it's going to. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. You think that's right? I don't. Um, your previous manager was just ignored and not respected. The interim guy is. You should go. You should be good, but on a tight time scale. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this, man. Progressive path. I don't. I kind of think. This is what I think. I think they want me out for whatever reason. But I think they maybe need me to do certain stuff because obviously it's cheaper to have me than a contractor. So maybe they get me to do a few things. But think about the time. It's December now. Well, coming up to December, the winter. This is the quiet time for industries, for the companies. This is the quiet time where business kind of, business dries up a bit. So maybe that, they're like, yeah, this is good. Like we can go over him, save some money, get someone in the new year. I don't know. MB, I'm trying to find a reason for this external person coming in to almost judge you. You can't think of anything. Makes no sense. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Is this last hired fired? Sorry. Is this last hired first fired? Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, one of the girls that hired after me, she's kept on, but yeah, I might be gone, man. Yeah, 100% faith in God. Let me read a couple more. Now I wanted to get into work exhaustion, man. I wanted to talk about something 'cause I was getting some um, interesting pointers of the great exhaustion that's happening right now. Let me just read a couple more. White collar workplaces are very toxic. I'm glad I ditched them with and started my own thing. Oh, good for you, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do what you do, so that's good. Have faith in a higher power. You're going to be okay. Praying for you. Thanks, man. And GN says cheaper than getting a contractor. That's for sure. Wow, there's so many comments coming in, guys. I'm overwhelmed by this, man. Thank you so much. If you're here, man, leave a like on the video. Show the appreciation by leaving a like. I do live streams. I didn't do live stream last week because I was away, but live streams every weekend, man. So yeah. If you see that, please leave a like. Now, before I get into more comments, I just wanted to touch on something, man. So I don't know if any of you. Let me have a little drink. Don't know if any of you are aware of the term "the Great Exhaustion." Now they have these. The great. Was it the great? Was it Fallout or work? I can't think. I can't remember. But the great. Yeah, it was great something. But this is the Great Exhaustion, which is happening now. Um, Not the great. Is it the great leaving? The great resignation. That was it. The great resignation. That was on the employees' side. That was on our side where we had enough after COVID. We had enough. He was like, "Listen, mate, I'm out of here. I actually like being with my family. Actually, I'll stay. I'll stay at home." So a lot of people are leaving, but now employers have the power. And what's happened now, you'll see a lot of it. But it's early days. This term coined the Great Exhaustion. So I just got a definition of it here. So it says a great exhaustion is a term coined in December 2023 a New York article to describe a phenomenon where 60% more of the US workforce reported being moderately burnt out or more offended or more. Sorry. The root causes. The seeds of the exhaustion began with COVID pandemic. The shift to working from home and uncertainty over when and how they return to work office, usually on a hybrid plan. It's also linked to larger social factors, including political polarization and the epidemic loneliness crisis. In my mind, what it means is, when you're going into work, it's hard enough, right? You're working for these people you don't like working with. You're dealing with all this crap, and it's a toxic environment. The worst thing is when you do all that and you still struggling to get shopping, to have enough money to put petrol in your car, to pay the bills that are always bloody increasing, gas, electric, water, always going up, your council tax all going up, rent going up, food prices, shopping prices going up. And it's like you're struggling still to budget and you're working that hard Monday to Friday. Sometimes you have to do overtime on the weekends. Some people work on the holidays. Like my manager, she went on holidays. She was still working on the holidays. And they still got rid of her. People are exhausted and it's becoming known for a lot of people are walking out. A lot of people just leaving. And some people leaving without a job to go to. I'm going to read you this article, man. I found this article very interesting. So this article was it's from Psychology Today, and it's called "The Great Exhaustion: Financial Anxiety and Uncertain Times." In today's rapidly evolving economic landscape, many individuals and leaders find themselves grappling with pervasive sense of fatigue and uncertainty. The state is characterized by chronic stress, financial anxiety, and feeling of being overwhelmed and continuous change. The current economic climate and its psychological impact. Recent data, what am I saying like I'm American? Data underscores the depth of financial stress affecting Americans. You say Americans, but you can pretty much use this for everyone. 72% of Americans reported feeling stressed out about money at least sometime in the prior month. 60% of full time employees are stressed about their finances, with financial stress impacting various aspects of their well being, including mental health, sleep, self esteem, and relationships. 52% of workers still report being financially stressed despite slight improvements in cost of living pressures. Financial pressures not only affect individual well being, but also have broader implications on workplace productivity. Okay, so there's one bit, they actually did studies on these people, like real case studies. Here we go. So, real life case studies, example. Case study one: a young professional. Alex, a 28-year-old marketing executive, found himself constantly anxious about his mounting student loans and credit card debt. Despite a steady income, he engaged in doom spending, compulsive purchases to alleviate stress, which only sorry exasperated financial woes. This behavior, while offering temporary relief, led to guilt and further anxiety, creating a vicious cycle. Case 2: single mother. Maria, a single mother of two, juggling multiple jobs to make ends meet. Constant financial strain led to sleep disturbance and a sense of hopelessness. She began avoiding open bills and missing payments, leading to increased debt and further stress. Maria's experiences highlights how financial stress can lead to behavioral avoidance. I'll read the last one. Case 3: the college student. Lana, a college student struggling with tuition fees, living expenses. She often skipped meals to save money and declined social invitations, leading to isolation. The financial stress impacted her academic performance and self-esteem, illustrating the profound effect of financial anxiety on young adults. Now, all those things, listen, I felt all that crap. You know how much times I get letters? Even now, I get letters. I don't even want to open them. You know the brown ones? The brown ones are the worst. When you get them through the door, you know it's peak. Or you get them numbers, 0118 or some mad number like that, in it. Like, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. You know, man, it's crazy. So you don't even want to open some of these things, you know? And then you're in bed. How many times you in bed thinking about it? Like, Thinking about Jesus, man. You're checking your banking app. That's the worst one. Sometimes I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. You're checking, you're hoping for a certain amount, and it's like lower than you thought. You're like, I've got 3 weeks left. And then I don't do this. I used to do this, but I don't do this where it's like you just buy stuff to alleviate the stress, man. You don't even need these things, but you're kind of just doing it as to calm you. Do you know what I mean? To relieve that, to take the edge off. But then it's like, well, why can't I buy something? A lot of the time, when if I buy something, I'm like, because I don't really buy things for me unless I only buy stuff for like business or things like this. If I buy something myself, I'm always like, well, I'm giving my life to this company. I'm missing a lot of my daughter growing up. I don't speak to a lot of my friends and family. I'm tired. Why can't I buy these trainers or this shoe or something? Yeah, I put money in the savings, but why can't you treat yourself? Enjoy it. What? All the tax man enjoying it. The people the water people, they're enjoying it. The electric, everyone's enjoying the money. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's a great exhaustion. And I don't know where it's gonna lead to, because things are getting worse with the pressures of, the toxic environments the toxic environment I work in. Then you've got AI taking your job. Then you've got people waiting to take your job. Like, then you hate your job anyway. It's just like, I think you just come to a wall. I think you're just gonna crash out, man. It's like, I just can't do this. Like, and people just leave, walk out. And some people ain't even got places to go to, but some people they've got family, just go live by their family and just take time out, you know? People exhausted, and you say, oh yeah, it was tired, it was always like that. No, it's gotten worse, man. It's getting worse and worse and worse, you know? Um, yeah, man. Let me see what you guys are saying about that. I had a okay. I had a coworker develop depression from a job. She sought treatment. When she returned, they put her on PIP and later fired her for poor performance. Oh my partner said the same thing actually. I think she said she had an issue where she went off for stress, and then they judged her for it. They didn't fire, but they judged her for it. That's the thing, in it. You think, oh, they're giving you, resources where you can take, and then they judge you on that. You can't trust these companies with anything, man. Um, yeah. Okay, all right. You know what? Let me, Sandeep. So, okay, don't forget to talk about for when you left St. Gregory's to present day. Thank you. Okay, let me go into that, and I'll go into the comments. So, all right. So obviously, secondary school, St. Gregory's. Well, I started my primary school in Kilburn. I went to St. Mary's. Nice school, had blue uniform, loved it. Now I went to St. Gregory's school, secondary school. I hated that, man. Remember, like, the kids there, there's a bully there that was bullying me, bullying everyone. But then, that stopped, and then you had the geeks that I wanted to be with. I preferred the geeks more than the cool kids. I remember trying to be cool, and I hated it. And I wanted to be where the geeks were, but they were a bit too geeky, so I didn't fit in anywhere. Anyway, couldn't stand the school, couldn't wait to leave. Flocked to my GCSEs, it was a disaster. Left St. Gregory's, um, went to work for a paint shop, Fad's paint shop in Kilburn. I remember there was a Somalian girl. She was a short little girl. She was horrible to me, man. I think she had like small person syndrome. The way she used to talk to me, I'm like, "Who you talking to? Like, I ain't no idiot." Like, I'll never forget that girl. She was horrid. She wasn't even the boss. She was like the supervisor. Anyway, worked there. Um, then I went back to college. So I went and did a engineering class. Or was it? Yeah, some engineering. No, web design. No, it's engineering. Some engineering course. I can't remember, but it was in what college? It's in the Wilsden College. Wilson College. Yeah, went there. A few guys. Was it Wilson? Yeah, I think it was Wilson College. Met with a couple guys. One of those guys, whoever seen the video I talk about, the guy that became a weed guy and he went mental. He was one of my friends that was there. Met my mom, came for dinner sometimes. He was my boy. I saw him. I don't think that was weird. I think that was something else. He was like a crackhead when I saw him again. Like he went right down. So anyway, went there, dropped out, didn't pass that. I wasn't really good with the education stuff. I never have been. Then I went to another college and studied. Yeah, I studied art and design, which was cool. Past that, I did a few colleges actually. I studied biomedical science, which is crazy. Yeah, I studied biomedical science, and yeah, went to university, flopped that. I don't know why the hell I went to biomedical science. Went to Egham University. Um, yeah, no, Royal Holloway. That was it. Royal Holloway in Egham, and studied biomedical science, doing an access course. So I previously did an access course in college. So I got the course to go there to university, and I flopped that. Yeah, spent most of the time high, drunk. um, the exam was a crazy one. I remember the exam. I was doing a science experiment in a lab coat, and then my friend who was like came up to me and goes, "Yeah, bun this, man. We're gonna go pick up in it. You on it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, darling." But I was working with whoever they paired me up with. Dropped the tools, the Bunsen burner, and went off, mate. Got high. Um, yeah, pretty much bummed out on that one. Um, anyway, so I did all these colleges and stuff. But anyway, my first job, I mentioned it, Open Bet. It was my first graduate job in graphic design. I was junior graphic designer there, working in the game section. Game section? I'm talking about game section. The um, gaming area and betting, gaming and betting. So what I was doing, I was creating animations and statics for all the betting events. Like at that time, Froch Groves 2, the Winter Olympics, the was it the Olympics in Brazil? Something in Brazil. I can't remember if it was a World Cup or something was in Brazil. I was doing that. Um, Horse racing, football, all stuff. I was showing in Paddy Powers, Ladbrokes, all them places, man. It was really cool. So I did that. Then I went to when I go after Open Bet, I went to a Japanese company. I won't mention the name. Japanese company. I was the designer there. That was a cool job. It was all right. It was okay. It was a lot better than this crap I'm doing now. These jobs, I didn't at the time. I thought they were bad, and they weren't perfect. But I look back at them; they were a lot better. Anyway, so I worked in that job. Um, yeah, um, which was cool. And then I moved to work in Kidzania. I think they went bust now, innit? Kidzania. I went to Kidzania. I met one of my good friends there. He was a senior designer. I was the normal creative art worker there or something like that. But this role, I've had creative art worker, I've had graphic designer, and yeah, but basically they're all the blimmin' same. They all get you to do the same blimmin' jobs. Like, I think we need to stop doing all that. Oh, you creative art worker or a graphic designer. I'm doing the same bloody job. I do print and digital everywhere. So anyway, that's why I'm struggling with the titles. I'm like, I did the same job. Anyway, so went to Kidzania, stayed there for a bit, and then it just got crap. When he got left, he got made redundant, and yeah, man, he left, and then afterwards, I left. So went from there to what's another job? What was the other job after that? Sorry, I got to think. After that, what job did I do? God, I've done so many design jobs. Oh, I went back to so I took time away from the graphic design because I had enough at that time. I went into betting. So I went in, not as a gambler, but I worked in William Hill. I worked in Coles. Then I worked for a care home. Crazy, yeah. I worked for a care home for a year. I love that, but they only paid me nine something an hour. But I was looking after people that are autistic, elderly, troubled teens. I love the job actually. Yeah, love that. But then, like I said, they weren't paying much. That's what I realized. I'm very empathetic. I'm all better with people. Like I felt more comfortable in that environment. Funny enough. Then I was a delivery driver for Ocado. I did delivery driving. Um, by the way, I'm skipping. You know what? I've skipped a lot of jobs, man. Before OpenBet, I worked in IKEA. I worked in Debenhams. I worked as a makeover sales rep. I worked. I did William Hill as well there as well. This is before I got into the design industry. Sorry. What else did I do? Worked for Phones for You. Horrid. That's why I had a fight with a manager there. Um, I went to the call center for like a couple of days. I worked in a warehouse for like a couple of days. I think that's it. I think that's it for those jobs. Anyway, so yeah, going back to the corporate jobs. So yeah, I need to look at my CV for the amount of jobs I've worked in. I worked in a newspaper, like a publishing company as a designer there. Um, I worked in another media company where I worked with clients such as Sony, Argos, Warner Brothers, Microsoft, Disney. Oh, I've worked for them all, man. I've worked for them all. And then worked for the health agency, the health agency, healthcare agency as a designer. And now here, I think I've missed a couple jobs, but that's basically a short of like day in a life kind of thing, and not day in a life, but a summary of my timeline in work. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that you got something from that, Sandeep. And let me just go through the comments. And yeah, we're over an hour, man. So we're gonna wrap it up. Remember, please leave a like on this video, please, man. Leave a like. Give me that HBO special. Help a brother out. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me go for a few of your comments. If they make you leave, it's their loss. Yeah, I definitely think so, man. I'm just gonna skip down. No conspiracy here. AI will surpass all human intelligence across all domains, and it ain't just a few specific tasks. All of that. So that's the weekend, and I'm getting paid. It's a weekend. Go enjoy your drink, man. I was on the Apple Spritz, man. I was enjoying that. In fact, you'll see a video maybe next week. Actually, you should see a video of AI. Very interesting one I've done. It's getting crazy, man. These Michael Jackson AI videos and Tupac and Martin Luther King. Yeah, just check out the video next week. I think you like it. 10. I don't know what that's for, PK, but yeah. Will after this, will you just leave? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say everything. You'll see. I'll keep you updated. Let's just put it that way. Um, definite dates. Do you think your YouTube has anything to do with someone might have dubbed you in? Nah, because my manager. What happened to my manager? What happened to my colleague? That had nothing to do with my YouTube. So no, I don't think it is. MJ, actually, redundancy actually changes age 41. 1 year equals one. Wait, year equals 1.5 weeks, not just 1 week's money per year. Wait, what? 41. 1 year equals 1.5. Oh, sorry. My fault for reading that wrong. 1 year equals 1.5 weeks, not just 1 week's money per year. Okay, is it? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Interesting. Thanks for letting us know. Ask for definite timeline and force them to be very. Yeah. That 100%. They're gonna be very specific. I want things. I want things in writing. I want it to be an email. So there's an email chain of it. There's no maybe or possibly. I want definites. I want definites. You are on more solid ground either way. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Um, your industry is a precarious one too. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's very the designer. Yeah, honestly, guys, if I'd have known what it'd have been like, I would have gone into plumbing or being an electrician or something like that. I never would have gone into design. Never, never, never. I only got into design because I'm an artist and I wanted to monetize it. But if I'd have known how it would be, never would have gone into it. Like my advice for people that want to be a designer, if you're like thinking, if you're at that stage where you can choose where you want to go, if you're young enough, don't be a graphic designer. That's my advice. Don't do it. Obviously, do what you want to do, but that's just my advice. Is this live? I think it is live. Yeah. Uh, let me see. I'm working security night at the moment, and it's under 13 an hour. Times a peak. Right, in 2025. Is that how much you're getting? Jesus. Yeah, more month than pay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that one. Used to be last week before payday. No, it's after a week of payday. Yeah, yeah. You got more month than you got paid. Yeah, yeah. I know that. I know them ones only too well. Um, Probation is 99 fail rate. Yeah, yeah. The MLK Tupac Stephen Hawking's AI wrestling videos are crazy. Yeah, man. They're entertaining, but then they get to a point where what does it mean, man? Like I won't even go into that because you'll see that in the video. I'll kind of break it down. So check out the videos. That's my plug to check out the videos next week. They're going to be good. Um, yeah, man. And also, yeah, man, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for commenting. I appreciate that, man. A lot of people in the chat, 100 people watching right now. So make sure when you're leaving, as you're leaving the house, you be polite. You rub your, if you're entering, you enter rubbing your shoes, on the carpet and all that and the mat before you get onto the carpet. Sorry, when you leave the house, you leave it nicely and everything. Please leave this house nicely with a like if you can. You know what I'm saying? A like and a comment as well. I hope you have done that. And I hope you've enjoyed as well. I hope you've taken something from this. I wanted to express what I was going through, and hopefully that one of you can take some. I don't know if you're going through that, or someone's going through that, or if just prepare yourself for these kind of things in the industry. It is cutthroat. The Benny Hill show, man. Benny Hill, yeah, man, that was the guy, isn't it? Benny Hill show. I remember that. Jesus. Anyway, so people also remember I've got a speed dating event happening. It's a games themed event as well. So it's gonna be games like Beyblade, like card games, um, board games there as well. So you don't have to go there and find someone to fall in love with. You can make new friends. So, but I need women and guys. Yeah, for this one, the guys, the sorts have been taken for men. So I need women. So any women seeing this, or a girl that'd be interested in this, please check out the details. I'm going to leave it in all the videos as well. Up, in the next videos next week until the day of the 29th of October in North London. I will be there myself. And there's also a free drink that you'll get as well for every guest. So yeah, man, it's going to be a pub. I can't remember the details, but you'll check the website shine.co.uk, which I think is in the description. You'll see a link to that. But I'm going to be talking about more in the videos up to come. And remember, I'm going to be launching a membership, man, a Patreon membership. Because I think, yeah, we need a tribe, man. We need a tribe with like-minded, where we can interact. I'm thinking about doing a Discord, and there's going to be special videos only you get to see. I'm not going to go into it, but you're going to get perks of it. So look out for that, man. That's going to be. I'm aiming for the next 2 to 3 weeks to get that done. So that's going to be there. Because at this time, if you don't do that, just even if you have like your own friends and stuff that you trust, the way it is right now, man. Trust me, man. The way the world is, it's important to have your own tribe, your own people, and don't let negative people in. Be careful you let in that tribe because it's a vicious world we're living in right now. I think we need like-minded people more than we ever have before to keep us sane more than anything. So yeah, but that is going to be that. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've liked, and I will see you again.